Well, I want to just here for a minute here. I want to play a little game that I call Nicole or Haley. Okay.
I'm excited.
We watch you ladies on social media. We follow you, and you're very close, and at least you appear to be close. You know, closer than my sister and I feel like, but it's a good thing. So I just want to kind of get your opinions on some things here, and so I'm going to throw out a question or a statement, and you guys tell me whether it's Nicole or Haley. All
I
right?
love it.
Are you ready for this?
Let's do this.
All right. First one. Most outgoing.
Nicole.
Yeah, me
Without
for
a
sure.
doubt.
Nicole. Okay. Most creative.
Haley, hands down.
I'll take it.
All right. All right. Good. So far, we're unanimous. Most adventurous.
Me.
Lies.
Oh.
No way.
The first battle.
Are you serious?
Arm wrestle.
Yes, let's talk about this. Please
Okay.
enlighten me.
Motorcycle trips.
Okay,
As much
been
as
there,
I
done
can.
that.
Ooh, that hurts. I can't afford vacations like you. And I have a 7 to 3:30 job that.
Well, I'm just saying.
All right.
It
So
might be
we
different.
can agree that we're both adventurous.
Yeah,
right?
let's do that. Let's
Okay.
do that.
That sounds good. All right. Most frugal.
Nicole.
Yes, I am
Okay,
cheap.
most frugal. Okay. That's a good way of saying I'm cheap. Yes. Better cook.
I feel like that's a tough one. I feel like we're
Home chef.
we're both good cooks if we actually like
Try.
Take the time.
take the time to do
Yeah.
it because
Our parents cooked a lot growing up, so
Yeah.
we can cook. We just
Yeah.
don't necessarily like to all
Never
the
been
time.
But,
never
like-
been a competition. Never like
No.
sisters like chopped competitions.
no.
No.
And like
Okay.
my husband, I don't have kids, so my husband works later, and so Tuesday night I had a hot pocket for dinner because why take the time to cook
I
for
love Hot
yourself?
Pockets.
So
It's
do
good.
I.
I do too.
There's no shame in that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Jim Gaffigan's bit about
Yes,
Hot Pockets?
so many
It's
times.
the best. You got to look it up.
How have you not seen
I
that?
feel,
Yeah.
Is that about how they're cold in the middle? Maybe.
No,
it-
you
oh,
just- you just
You'll
need
have
to
to watch it. You'll have to
have
watch it. All right. Who's the better driver?
Me for sure.
by default because I hate driving.
Okay.
Like I just refuse to do it with
Yeah.
other people in the car.
Yeah.
All right. So you work weddings. So I have here who's better with grooms and who's better with brides?
Nicole for both.
Both?
Oh yeah.
I
The bridezilla, you can handle it, no problem.
all of it. I there's this different side of me that comes out during weddings. Like I don't. I say I'm not a people person. I enjoy being around people, but there's a whole new level of patience that comes out during weddings. A whole new level of apparently niceness. I don't know.
And I don't have that patience, so I have learned. It's taken me 6 years, but I have learned that just to keep my mouth shut.
Sometimes,
like,
yes.
it's better for me to not say anything.
Knowing is half the battle.
For
right?
sure,
Knowing is
right?
half the battle.
For
okay.
sure.
Who takes more selfies?
Nicole, without a doubt.
I can see
know
that.
about that.
I can
I mean,
see that.
whatever.
I can see that. Who spends the most time on social media?
Probably me, just because I think it's more part of my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who is most likely to be a drama queen?
Nicole. for
Presley.
sure.
That's her little daughter,
Yeah.
Presley. Yeah. Okay. I have a few of those. I have 3 daughters. Actually, one of my sons is probably the biggest drama queen in our
We
house,
joke
but-
all the time that she gets her dramatics and she's a drama queen from her dad. That's not from me. It's from him.
Yeah.
Bless his soul.
My son does not get it from me, but his mom's not a drama queen. We don't know where he gets it, but he's a little dramatic at times. Who has the weirdest phobia, and what is it?
Haley.
Yeah,
Tell us
probably
about
me.
this.
So obviously we go to weddings every weekend and we eat wedding food. She has this thing about her food touching.
I don't.
My wife has that exact
Like,
same thing. She will
it's-
not let it touch.
And like sometimes we get really little plates and we're really hungry and I'm like piling it all on.
It grosses me
Yeah,
out.
she
I
can't
can't
stand
handle
it.
it. And it's not things like
You really want to gross her out, get her a famous bowl from KFC.
Oh yeah, those are the best.
They are.
Those are the best.
makes me cringe. But it's not like, food that's like French fries or, things like that, like touching other things. That doesn't really bother me, but it's like runny things that all mix together and all the flavors get all
Like her
It's like an
pasta salad
amazing
with the
casserole.
gravy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but you'd be
No.
amazed like the amazing casseroles you can come up with at like
For
a
sure.
wedding like that. Just start
Just throwing
piling stuff
everything
on.
together.
Just like a 7-layer
Challenge
all
accepted.
I
meal in one.
cannot.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
So that is an odd phobia. I gotta admit, that's an odd. I mean, I've heard of people like, but that's a good one. All right, who is most likely to win a Nobel Prize?
Nicole,
Okay.
What would she win a Nobel Prize for?
for just bringing peace and inspiration and
I'll
light
take it.
to the world.
Wow, very nice, very nice. All right, who's most likely to like roll up their sleeves and like get into a fight? Like, let's go.
Oh, me.
You're the fighter.
I mean, yeah.
Been there, done that almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Who's most likely to cry in a movie? I mean, I put
Oh.
here a sad movie, but even any movie, who's most likely to cry?
Haley.
Yeah,
She's a sap.
You know,
I am definitely.
what's
a
the
sap.
most embarrassing movie you've cried to?
I don't know. I cry during commercials all the time.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it is.
So I have a funny story about this. I am not. I don't know what is. There was a time in my life where I felt like I just didn't have tear ducts. Like I just don't ever cry, and it wasn't even like not trying to cry. I just don't. And there's times where I see other people crying and I feel emotion, but I'm like, why am I not crying like everybody else? And this is probably a couple years, and I'm getting older and I have kids. I find like I'm more emotional than I've ever
sure.
been, or sentimental is maybe the better word. I'm not really still that emotional, but I'm sitting down with the kids and I'm watching this movie called Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
so you know the movie.
Grab
Yeah.
a full box of Kleenex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I kind of like related with the kids because a couple of them reminded me of my own kids. And so we're at the end of the movie and like their end where the kids like think that the animals aren't coming back. You've seen their journey across the country. And all of a sudden they come running over the hill, and then there's the one kid who's, I think it was the old dog didn't come. All of a sudden he starts limping over the hill, and it's like at this moment. And I'm watching it,
I'm getting
and
chills.
my wife walks in the room, and she's like, I look around and I realize I'm by myself now. The kids had left. I'm into this movie all by myself, and my wife's like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "No, I'm not crying." And I had tears come down my eyes, and I wasn't really sure why. But I realized that it was happening, and you would think that my wife would just see like, oh, look at this moment of sensitivity, my husband, but she did not. Like, she made me feel, and she still to this day like hammers me about that one. So if I'm gonna cry, I gotta like walk out of the room because I can't let my wife see it.
Oh, you should. I mean,
If there's something on TV and it's like somewhat sad, my husband literally looks at me, and he like looks at me like glares at me to
knows.
see if
He
I'm
knows.
crying.
Yeah, he's
you
waiting
should see us
for
at
the
weddings
tears.
because
Yeah.
there's, I mean, some of the speeches or some of the ceremony, or we had a wedding earlier this year where they did a slideshow for the
Oh.
bride dad. There was not a dry eye in the entire place, and it is not easy to take pictures when you're sobbing.
I can imagine.
I
can
think
imagine.
I cry at least once at almost every single wedding.
Oh,
like,
my.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so that was an easy one. All right, who is most likely to win the lottery? Who's the lucky
Me.
one?
Nicole.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky.
Very-
I have the best luck. I really
She's
do.
lucky and she can manifest
yeah.
like no other.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
All right, so you're going to give numbers out after the podcast today. All right, who's most likely to stay home when everyone else is going out?
Haley.
Oh, me.
Homebody?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
I tried to get her off her couch. It's very.
It's not even that it's my couch. I just love being home. Like,
Yeah. I used to be such a social person, like in my 20s especially. I wanted to be out doing something every night, and I find now, like, I do love being home. I look forward to going home and just being there. It's great. It's my happy place. Who is most likely to become president?
Neither
Neither of us.
No. Politics is not
No
for you.
thanks. No, we're good.
I'm with you there. All right, last one. Whose life as a whole would make a better reality show?
You don't get one without the other.
No,
It's
yeah,
gotta
we're
be
together.
both of us.
Yeah.
I can see this. This
we
would be a
can.
good
We,
one.
we say this constantly. Like, we should have a reality show.
We need to
because
pitch this. I could see it.
we just need to put a camera in my car every Saturday when we drive to weddings, and
Especially on like the drive home.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
I've
yeah.
told Zach we need to just have a camera going at all times because
for sure.
some of the most funny things that ever happen just when we're just talking.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's our
All right,
lives.
good. So I think we have a better idea of the sisters now, and we know a little bit more about you. So that's excellent.
There's no reason